Wow. Here we are. After a loss of my everything somehow on the computer. And we're back again. Chapter 4 in 1 Peter. And for as much as then as Christ has suffered for us in the flesh, the fleshly suffering was done by Jesus Christ, and am yourselves likewise with the same mind. For he that hath suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin. The only little bit of suffering we do in the flesh is a little bit of criticism. Are you one of them nuts? Oh, you gone, Peter, you went from alcohol to Christianity? What's the matter with you? Didn't you love that life of alcohol? I did until I got saved. After I got saved, I saw it was debauchery. It was not the way. That he no longer should live in the rest of his time in the flesh, to the lust of men, but to the will of God. God showed me immediately, 1972, November 5th, 3 o'clock in the morning, I should change my ways completely. Never take another drink, never say another cuss word. And that's the way it ended up. There were 7 big bad sins in my old life, and I'm going to read about them right here. For the time past, our life may suffice, as have been wrought in the will of the Gentiles, when we walked in lasciviousness. That means every single solitary thing that is wicked, we went for it. And lust, excessive in wine, revelings, banqueting, and abominable idolatries, wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil unto you. Yeah, all my buddies, I told them, I said, no more poker games at my house. No more alcohol at my house. Period. You know what? I never saw any, I don't know as I ever saw one of them again. And there was 4 or 5 of them. I don't think I ever saw one of them again. Hey, that was the end of it. They were no longer my friends. Who shall give account to him that is ready to judge the quick and the dead? For this cause was the gospel preached, also to them that are dead, that they might be judged according to the men in the flesh, but live according to God in the spirit. Wow. I sure am glad I am not going to be judged in the flesh, but I'm going to be judged for my spiritual life. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober, watch and pray. Sober? Yeah, all right. And above all things, have fervent charity among yourselves, for charity shall cover a multitude of sins. Wow. Use hospitality one toward another, without grudging, as every man hath received the gift, even so minister the same one to another, as God, good stewards, and manifold grace of God. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of God. If any man minister, let him do it of the ability which God giveth, that God in all things may glorify through Jesus Christ, to whom be praise and dominion forever and ever. By the way, all that we do unto Jesus Christ, that it would glorify him to the Father. And that's why we do it. Manifold grace, manifold wisdom, manifold mercies. He's saying more, and more than just normal. And 4 things that Christians are to suffer, things that they are to suffer, and 4 things they are in sufferings. Let's look at this in verse 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trials, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. It was a strange thing that happened unto me when I went straight from a poker game, an alcohol bottle, dead drunk, to dead sober, to no more alcohol, to no more cussing, to no more raveling, to no more lying, stealing, cheating, to no more of those things that I was doing. Yes, it was a strange happening, I can tell you right now. But rejoice insomuch as ye are partakers of Christ's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceedingly joy. I praise God that I hope and pray that I'll be able to receive him with gladness, with exceeding gladness. If ye be reproached for the name of Christ, happy are ye, and the Spirit and the glory and of God resteth upon you. On their part he is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified. Let none suffer as a murderer, or as a thief, or an evildoer, or as a busybody, or other men's matters. Yet if any man suffer a Christian, let him not be ashamed, but let him glorify God on this behalf. Wow, I love it. I love it. I had some good times. I had some good times. Last week I went to Maine. We got stuck in the airport 2 or 3 times, and I was buffeted several times. I sat down beside this lady, and she turned out to be a Jehovah's Witness, and she wouldn't take my track. And one of the first things I said to her, I don't understand. You expect me to take yours, but you won't take mine. Yeah, but she said, mine's the truth and yours isn't. I said, oh, mine talks about Jesus. Well, she said, we believe in Jesus. I said, well, if you believe in him the way I believe in him, you go to heaven. And for the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of God. And if it first begins at us, what shall the end be? Them that obey not the gospel of God. And if the righteousness scarcely be saved, wherefore shall the ungodly and the sinners appear? Wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of God commit the keeping of the souls to them in well-doing as unto a faithful Creator. Wow. We're doing well-doing as unto a faithful Creator. That is the end of chapter 4, and we will hit one more chapter. We're going to hit chapter 5 before we close. All right.